That's concerning. I heard some, like, audio tearing throughout that. That's not what I want to hear. But hi, everyone. I'm back, and my overlay broke immediately. Nice! That's a great start to the store. But g'day, everyone. I'm Boss. You haven't seen me around... Oh, you haven't seen me cast NGS in a while. It's been... Hot second, I will admit, where I've just been kind of casting Girls Gang Squad on Plasticene's channel and not really done much on my own. I've just been busy. I've just been really busy as of late, and unfortunately, very fortunately, it's a long weekend. It's Easter weekend for me already. I'm on a Friday, so I am feeling good about things. But I'm just going to be quickly fixing things up. Oh, that's great to see. So, Ultrec and... Sorry, I'll change over draft in a few moments. Professional. Very professional for me. Only the best for me. G'day, Rodney. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, there is I almost forgot to show, just to tell how long it's been. I did almost forget to put a delay on, like, immediately. It's not been a great start for me. And there's no music here. What has happened to my setting? Oh, well, we're just gonna crank this down low and chuck that on. We'll fix audio settings once we're actually into the game. But yep, starting off with so I haven't done any scouting for these teams, which is kind of a little bit unlike how I usually do it. I like knowing what's happening before I come into things. In terms of this series, however, I didn't check. I know roughly what gets played because I've seen people play in these teams before. I've played against some of these people before. I've played with some of these people before. So I have a general idea about... Okay, don't complain at me, computer. So I have a general idea about what's going to happen this series. But we are really heavily choking out tanks so far. We are not tank fans here, so sorry all the tank players. Apparently, y'all can go F yourselves. But we do see Sylvanas banned out, which I do... Well, I do understand it is just a strong pick. In general, I know Aura does play a lot of it. So we see Stukov first picked. First pick healer. And I'll discuss what maps were banned and such now that I've fixed things once we are waiting for the actual map to start, and I can fix up my audio settings in-game. But before then, we are just going to have this. And I think I need to turn up my in-game audio slightly? I don't know. I haven't messed with things in a while. I'm afraid once I get into the game, things will be too loud. We'll find out. Turn up a bit more. Is it? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Thank you for pointing that out. I was not going to realize dyslexia was kicking in. Am I dyslexic? God, I don't know. But signs point to quite possibly. But cheers, Rob Dog. Hope you're doing good today as well. Hope you're doing today. Good start. Great wording. Great at this thing. But yeah, I've been casting with a lot of co-casters as of late, so this is going to be a weird experience going back to yapping by myself. So, just to talk about draft real quick, but we're very standard training wheels comp is what it's called, but variant blow up. So, Stukov variant, hold someone in one place, silence them, they can't escape. And the other side, we are actually just running kind of a pick style comp. Oh! Chromie makes it a bit weirder, and we have Thrall as well. I imagine Blank is the off lane here. Oh, actually, you could still run a good Kiri map. I know Drinking Bird has played Kiri before. I think I've seen her play Kiri before. I mean, Hogger very good on this map. Great Shrine Clear. Orphea, yeah, you are just blowing up that one person. When there, you got this up. Cheers, man. And last pick, I'm very interested to see what it is, because I know Drinking Bird has some interesting ones up her sleeve. Their sleeve? I don't know. I need to turn it up more still? I don't know. Bellstar, safe last pick. Gus, so good. And it is going to be one of the tools you can peel to actually save anything from being blown up. Because with what blue side of CM Daybreak is presenting, that is still threatening to Stitches. Stitches can die to that. So yeah, you kind of need that peel at some point. That will be needed. But I don't know. You could go Hinterlands, but I don't think that's a good idea under most circumstances. Yeah, but to quickly go over what I haven't touched on yet, just because I messed things up. CM Daybreak as our home team, this is double round robin division, I believe. They did get to choose map pick or first pick, and they chose first pick. So we saw that License to Kill banned out Ultrarak. That was answered by Battlefield of Eternity. Then we see Garden of Terror banned out. Then the Tomb of Spider Queen, which leads us to my favorite map, this hellhole, also known as Infernal Shrines. Right, I've got two lots of music going on. I don't hear anything. No, there it is. Cool. I think I turned up slightly more. Cool. So, on the blue side of things, for the side of CM Daybreak, which I realize I need this scene, we do have Rakim on the Stukov Aura Orphea. Venus is going to be a Hogger. Ruffian on the Tigers. Routing things out as MVP on the Varian. And on the red side of License to Kill, we have Drinking Bird, Felstarred, Bo Diddley? Yeah, Bo Diddley on Anduin. Bowser King on Stitches, not quite finding Hook, unfortunately. Jadic is going to be on the Orphea. No, that's Orphea, that's a Chromie. Completely wrong hero. And Blank, rounding things out on the Thrall. And to have a quick look at talents, we do have W-Build Chromie. Interesting. Not often you see that anymore, so we're going to see extra Sands damage with CDR. And even more interestingly enough, we have a E-Build... I forgot the big man's name. Stitches. Not often you see, really unoften you see Savor the Flavor. More often you see Hungry Stitches, which is the Globe Talent at 1, which gives them extra move speed. Or you see the Shambling Horror, I think the green one is, which gives extra healing and armor for whatever you have your Bile on. A lot of stacking on the blue side, because we also see the Echo of the Elements and Hammerang. Gavry Storm vets it. The other side is just going to be a little bit of stacking from our Hogger friend with the W quest. And great hook, by the way. Bowser King did have a few misses at first, but he's just getting his eye in, getting warmed up on where he wants to go with these hooks. Got to keep in mind, Variant Comp isn't really online till 4. Once that 4 comes around, that's where things get scary for the red team. For now, they just want to focus on double soaking, getting that clear going, and making sure that they can get to that 4 as efficiently as possible. It does mean you have to give up a few camps here and there, like we did see they had to give up neutral camp bottom, but it is what it is. It is something you're just going to have to accept will happen from time to time. And there is 4s coming through first for the red team, actually. Blue not too far behind, to be fair. It's literally this wave, and that's done. There we go. And show me that taunt. There's the taunt. And now this is where red has to play far more carefully. License to Kill does need to respect it. Even Bowser King, because as we see, Pull was used. In that time, half of Stitches' health disappeared. Which makes me question the E quest at 1 more, but... what's it actually doing again? Ups health regeneration and damage. You think you'd either want... no, not necessarily more health. More healing. Oh, there's the taunt. A little bit slow. MVP just didn't quite have his team with him. Unfortunate. Meanwhile, Chromie starting red camp. Similarly, Venus is starting the blue siege camp. No. Bruiser camp. I was like, it's on the screen. Why am I forgetting? It's like literally right here and I'm forgetting things. This is a doomed start. But we will improve. We always improve. That's the goal. And those camps in tandem coming out at the same time. Red a little bit ahead. So blue may play aggressive for a pick here. And ooh, good roll by Drinking Bird. MVP was clearing the wave, so wasn't quite able to catch up. So now we see red probably wanting to look to get 7s first. And Venus starting that spin. That's just a minion hook. That is the unfortunate thing about Stitches on this map. You do have the minions to contend with for these hooks, so you gotta be a bit more careful about when you do it. And Venus does have that infinite half. Nope, it's slowly moving out more and more. I can see it. 26 to 5, but it is now 5v5 bottom. Venus taking a boatload of damage. Drinking Bird really wanting it, but rolling right as the taunt came out. So very fortunate either way there. Great knockback by Hogger. Venus is trying to hold on, and the blue team barely holding on, just needs 1, or throwing in an E, and that will be first objective of the series, going over to the blue team with the Arcane Punisher. I keep forgetting, because this is my least favorite map, I just hate remembering it, that the Punisher now just jumps at the gate. It doesn't hold jump for first person sees, goes, that gate has it in, I have it in for it. However, once that gate goes down, oh, Jadic's in trouble. both friendly hook and pull, ally pull used from the Anduin. That's kind of unfortunate that ally pull was used there, considering hook did come out as well. But good defense of the Arcane Punisher. Aura doesn't go any further in than she has to, thanks to that building actually stopping her early. But we are probably going to see some resets for mana and such, because I believe Teams is getting low. Yeah, Chromie's low, Orphea's low. Hoggett, no mana whatsoever, but he's fine. That's just how that big boy works. This stinky old guy. And yeah, once again, red team is taking this neutral camp down bottom. Blue team, once again, running towards it. Not quite in time. Jada getting taunted out of their combo, and that is unfortunately going to be first blood of the game. 5 minutes in, and it's going to be the Chromie going down. Not the first one you ever expect to see go down. I honestly thought she was going to pop this hourglass as soon as she saw Variant enter the bush. I guess they were hoping to turn on them quick enough. Turn on who it... Mouse! I've left the guidelines on, goddammit. I guess they're just hoping to turn on whoever walked through the bush fast enough to get the kill, but unfortunately Varian is technically one of the healthiest tanks in the game. I think like one of the few things that beats him out is the... oh, I can't remember words for it now. Is like full Soulstone Garrosh, Stitches. I think he's even pretty close to Cho'Gao in terms of health bar. I can't remember that stat like fully off the top of my head, but I think so. MVP looking for a taunt, but Drinking Bird did scout it. And Rackham's just walking. Just having a little wander around. God, I feel so weird having a 30-second delay after not having delays for so long. Delays of a beta by existence, but I understand it is for competitive integrity. And once again, all 5 people are down here. Hogger really should just get the 10s for the blue team. It's not as important than it is for red, and Bowser King actually pops the gas bag. Oh, he pops his slow stop / move speed. And we are going to see a relatively standard array of heroics throughout both teams, and we are going to see a Gorge on the Bowser King. Don't know if that was okay, and the light bomb miss. So Gust was used, light bomb was used, Gorge was used. If I was blue, I know you're down one person, but if I'm blue team, I'm collapsing on someone. Oh, Sunder's gone. Does tag him with the Q, but everyone is kind of low. You're not wanting to mess around too much. And Hook doesn't quite find its mark this time, unfortunately, for Bowser King. I'm interested to see Draken Laser Drill here. Typically we see Commandeer Odin. It's very good on this objective. It clears it out pretty well. But I guess you're wanting minigun from Tychus for the blow up on anyone who steps in. So I kind of get it. But at the same time, I do think it's a bit strict. Oh, yeah. Okay. Don't know if the don't know if the shockwave was necessary, but Weedus does just yeeted it out, so just to quickly touch on it, it was Shockwave, Crushing Jaws, Flaming Swipe, and Dragon Laser Drill from Blue Team as taunt as well. Also, I want to see that is Bowser King going down, does get the pull out, and that is him barely over wall. MVP is going to block a lot of damage, but the Blue Team knows that's their boy down, and they do back up to safety. So, ults are back up for the red team. They do have Gust back. They have Sunder as well. Thrall is back. Ruffian getting really low, having to back up. 31 to 6, however. So there is just a few like Eve's Aura can throw in to get that. But they're really uncertain about this. You can see the careful positioning blue team is taking. Hourglass did not get popped. 5 were found there. Hogger trying to get what he can. Does have an awkward bounce. And blue team does get the Frozen Punisher. It was looking like red would get it for a moment there. Aura getting very aggressive. Gets sundered and does go down to the Anduin for it, unfortunately. Jadic does... Oh. Oh, that was not the rotation you want. John Cena trying to steal the kill. But it is definitely going to be the Hogger finding it in the end. Yeah, massive Gorge, yeah. Gorge is available. Do I have more than 30 seconds on? I don't know. Oh. Friend, I think that was an intention for Friend Hook to see if they can save the foul start, but it does too much in the way. I think it actually hit the Punisher. And yes, Rodney, I know it is Infernal Shrines. I'm not gonna dwell on it. I'm going to open these talents back up because 13s are going to come through in a few moments. Actually, red team's still ahead of experience despite being at a kill and structure deficit at this point. I don't know why I clicked my mute and Discord button, it doesn't affect me. I'm muting myself so I can drink. And that's 13s. Chromie smash. Yeah, Chromie smash. Big Chromie smash. Really unfortunate. No Odin on this. Yeah, no, Roddy, I'm saying it's criminal that there's no Odin on this map. I understand you want the minigun available for MVP needs taunt. Nice taunt from MVP there, actually saving Rakim. Rakim does get the silence, so Bo Diddley can't pull. But unfortunately it means, I think if you silence Bowser King there, you do get the kill. But it would have been close either way. And Blue needs to get these structures down at this point. That's like the big thing to note. No hook found there. Because I imagine pull is back up at this point. I'm going to close this now that we've had a good time to see those talents. Yeah, Blue needs to find destruction before it's too late, but they are going to have to back up. Aura does get a Q, but Thrall does find the kill first. And Chromie's actually completing her level 1. And just a hit. Oh. I missed that. I guess Bowser King found a late hook. Gorge? I'm just looking at the replay. Oh, we just got too aggressive. Yeah. Big silence. So close to this going down. 501, yeah, that was just like a few more abilities. And Hogan needs to get back to soaking. It's a real level advantage now for our red team with license to kill. Gate goes down for the bottom lane of Blue. However, top lane is kind of the next lane where it is going to matter a bit. Gate is down, which is helpful for CM Daybreak. They don't have to worry about the Gorge as much. And Wiener's spin, the Hogger spin barely long enough. He was inside Stitch is easy to miss. Yeah, that's fair. And yeah, Blue team finally gets bottom forward. So actually structural advantage in favor for CM Daybreak by 2 forwards now. But down a full level almost. And this is now the really important one to get down. This is where the next objective is. It is going to be Mortar, I imagine. Yeah, Mortar. Oh god. Oh god, Winnels. This is not where I want to see the enemy. Yup. 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 Yeah, that is indeed going to be Hogger going down. It's such a dangerous invade when you know that Gorge will be up at this point. Great dash by Ruffian. But unfortunately, hook from Bowser King does find their target. And that is now going to be Rakim in trouble. Jadek getting combo, Rakim going down. So yeah, Blue team now going to have to be on the back foot. They were ahead in kills, it's quickly turned around. And now this is basically guaranteed to be a Blue team objective. So red team objective for the Mortar Punisher. So CM Daybreak needs to find something else to do on the map in the meantime, which they're off to a really good start, but they've just struggled in this mid game. Which is inherently one of the issues with variant comps. Once you hit the 10 to 16 range, like 10 to 15 range, its variant's actually weak point. Once you get banner through, or and then banner upgrade, or honestly, I'm gonna go and say it. I think Demoralizing Shout's incredibly good talent. I love Demoralizing Shout. What's happening down here? Oh, Aura's been hooked. Aura's been gorged. And the Blue team just gone, you're on, you're on. Yeah. Not much you can do about that. Especially with the... Oh, digestive juices, okay. MVP does get rewound. It's going to be fine, however. It is Bavarian. Egads. Shockwave finds too. We do see that is going to be Thrall completing his level 1 now, which means that is... Wait, no, it's level 4. Which means it's still a damage increase by... No, like... It's nothing to sneeze at by no means. Oh, Venus needs to spin. Not the spin you want. You've got back into the team, Venus. Nice dodge, however. Sunder comes out. Does hit everyone away. 300 health. That's going to be a dead Hogger. You know... I turned off the mouse, guys, and now I can't find my mouse like half the time, but I don't want like the mouse blocking the screen while this is happening. Chromie gets 18, and it is going to be double loop, actually. Interesting. I don't see that very often. More often than not, you see piercing sands, especially on this map around objective, because it is so hard to find foothold with that. Who messages me now? No one's messaged me all day, and now I get messaged. Fantastic. That is going to be a little bit of wave clearing. Objective should be around like a minute, 30 seconds to a minute away is my best guess. Hard to say off the top of my head. Oh, there's a taunt. That is going to be a lot of damage, and Blank 250 health at the lowest, but is fine, and Ruffian barely fine as well, as that is nearly a little counter hook action. Chromie does use her time stop. And Blue actually just backing up. They know it's a 4v5, so they're like, you know what, we have a fort here. We can play it safe, we don't need to rush this. They still technically have... I would still technically like to see CM Daybreak try to find a pre-20 fight. Just because, well, License to Kill is reasonably ahead. That's a slow, that's a taunt, Drinking Bird with the gust, and they're really just peeling for that taunt. Because I imagine Bo Diddley has a charger pull up shortly. MVP does get a block. That's not the biggest pull. Nice shockwave. They all turn around to make sure they don't get hit by the light bomb, but it is going to be now a turn on to Blank. Double loop stopping MVP from really going anywhere, but Protect is so good for them. Jadic now in trouble. Silence does get a little bit of damage on. Ruffian really wanting the kill, not quite overextending, but getting bloody close to it. And now that is a level 1 quest to complete. Well, unless it was a reset one. Yeah, it was a reset of level 16, but we are just having a very mobile fight. Aura does get pulled, does get chopped, nearly gets Jadic. Jadic low, but we do see his Thrall traded out. Jadic is just hiding in a bush. And I think he gets to live throughout all of this, despite what my best guesses were of who was going to die. It is the Orphea and the Thrall, weirdly enough. Absolute Looney Tunes behavior from Jadic there, getting to live. Drinking Bird, massive minus spell power, and Weenus now in trouble, and he knows it. Does knock back one. Steps up to see if they can get a little bit of distance between them and another. We do see the turnaround onto Anduin. Gust him away, but Bo Diddley's still not in the safest space. But I think it is still going to be MVP and Ruffian going down, especially because MVP eats all of those falling sands with Dragon's Breath. And that is going to be a nice advantage coming into this Shrine phase for the side of License to Kill. I want to be honest, I am rooting for CM Daybreak, but I think it's because they are, if I recall correctly from looking, they are lower on the table than License to Kill, and I have an inherent love of the underdog. That is just something I love. G'day Cold Crow, hope you're doing well. Yeah, I have an inherent love of the underdog, and that is CM Daybreak this time around. Yeah, massive turn. Alright, we are just one team. Okay, we know what Red's doing. I can go look elsewhere. Okay, we know what Blue's doing. Never mind. I do like that there's a Bruiser Camp's being done now, however. It does give a little bit of time. The Shrine phrase. The Shrine phrase, my least favorite phrase. But that is going to be Bruiser Camp found up top. Red team, however, finds that Arcane Punisher. Thankfully for Blue, it is just Arcane. You're not too fussed about that one. But it is still definitely something you do need to keep an eye on and make sure you're not going down to it. Nice spin by Weenus. But pull hits Ruffian. And then once again we do see distance created. Gust. Wait, Wind Tunnel used it. Interesting. I honestly thought Thrall would be fine, so I'm very interesting. It's very interesting to see that it was Wind Tunnel used there. Pull onto MVP. MVP is going to be rewound as well. That's not him. He can't survive that one. And it really is just the heroics of License to Kill are very good this matchup. Also, Bowser King doing great with his hooks, I want to point out. Absolutely hitting them when he needs to, and unfortunately every hook is when he needs to, so it's doing great. But yeah, that is going to be a very convincing... It's going to be very hard to stop this momentum now. Oh, Weenus once again getting that spin in time. They're really... I do like that License to Kill is looking to play off the Punisher jump. Real heads up on that one. Really great to try and... using it as an extra engage almost that Stitches can play around. Just because you don't really have that with... Well, I guess Thrall can engage. He does have Sunday. He does have Root. But you don't really have that mobility to engage like a Sonya. Like a Sonya, like a Blaze. Like... I was like trying to think of other things. Chen. I love Chen. I'm always going to bring up Chen. You don't really have that ability to engage. And the Punisher actually provides pretty well on that. It does give us a nice CC setup for Stitches. Unfortunately, Hogger really good at avoiding it. Oh, Hook not finding its mark once again. Very unfortunate for Bowser King, but it does give Blue 20s. It does give Blue finally a window to get on even footing. And in terms of heroics, relatively standard array. There's like nothing that really stands out. This LtK comp is like a Hydrogen Bomb Visco. Which one is the bomb, Teal? I must know. But yeah, I think I know what the answer is. There is some very good tools in this late game for CM Daybreak, is going to be the thing. They do have the Eldritch Conduit, which Orpheus damage just really amp up with that. Ruffian does have good escapes now, and Hogger does have that Hog Wild. I'm very interested to see Vigilance though from Varian. That's not something you see often, and actually I'm on my Demoralizing Shout trade. I love Demoralizing Shout currently. If I'm playing Varian, I'm picking that button every time. I think it's great, especially when you have people all turning and collapsing on you. Nice 4-man stun from Hogger, but unfortunately his team is just so far away he can't do anything about it. Wait, Venus plays... Oh, Blaze was banned. It's like, Venus plays Blaze. Why don't we see a Blaze offlane? Blaze was like, I think, in the 1-2. All I know is yours definitely banned, to be fair. Red team has destroyed a fort. The thing is, I don't think... Like, yeah, License to Kill has a big lead. Don't get me wrong. But CM Daybreak does have... Oh. Nothing quite happened there. Like, CM Daybreak does have the tools to get back in this. Aura's dying. A lot of damage just blasted directly into that one spot. Right as objectives called is so bad for them. But they're constantly just fighting down someone. Like, even now, we're down 2. Hook on MVP. And if MVP goes down here, if I'm red, I would be looking to end here. But no, no ending. It is going to be CM Daybreak holding on to their heroes still. And thankfully, like, the only vague, like, thankfully, is that... Oh, no. Good dash. There's the Gorge vote. Paul didn't really go far, however. Light Bomb a little bit late and on to Anduin, but that is going to be a wind tunnel into the corner. Falstad goes down. Ruffian actually living because of that. And now we're getting a little bit of aggressive potentially, but Bowser King does get pulled. That is the second pull used from Bo Diddley. And we are going to be fine. Bowser King getting a hook. Does get a little bit of healing from it, but will go down. But red does need to be... Blue, I mean. CM Daybreak does need to be careful now that there is going to be constant counter pressure in bot and top compared to their... What's the word I'm looking for? Occasional? How many? I think it's once every 3 waves for... I've lost Twitch chat again, goddammit. It's once every 3 waves for the 1 building lanes, yeah. So yeah. Like, I would love to see blue just push to end here. But there is so much, oh my god, that's 5 catters bottom. Someone needs to deal with this. There's no 2 ways about it. You can't just death push here. Someone needs to back to deal with that. It needs to be Hogger realistically, and we can see Venus is backing up now. Because that court is actually falling relatively quick. 5 catters on it may just be... Does this just go down before... Oh my god! Unfortunately, all the blue team going back was not the play. They needed someone here. They needed a 4-man with this Punisher. It needed to be Hogger solo clearing. That's such... Oh, no. No, no. Not what you want to see at all. Blue could have won this if they just sent Hogger back, I think. But yeah, 5 catters was absolutely like tearing through that core. And now blue is in... Like, they got the Punisher, but they were the ones who lost on that objective, unfortunately. Is the only way to put it. That was a frozen Punisher as well. Oh, that's rough. That's so rough for the blue team. I retract my previous statement. Yeah. That's like literally the one thing I didn't want to see right there. Blue team can 39 mid objective clear lanes, 5-man push mid to end. Well, they could have. They could have. They can't anymore. What is blue? I was like, that was the one thing blue needed to win. I don't know what they can do now to win. It's like the big problem, right? Oh, I don't know. It's all kind of balked. It's all bad. Well, it's not all bad. They are still in the game. They didn't lose that objective is the good thing. It is going to be protected top this objective, which is a bit more of an issue. Is like going to be like the really big thing to note because they don't have a fort. They don't have a keep top to defend. They did have a keep mid to defend, so... We're just looking for a pick now. Blue is looking to get tricky. They do have a varying comp. MVP is so much higher than everyone else. But it's still not high enough. Thrall does have move speed. Hook comes out. Nice try by Bowser King, but blue team does read it. And they're going to avoid the hook this time. Because that hook's certain death there. Because you just get the Gorge, under tower, let him die. You don't even need Light Bomb, but I can guarantee not Jadic. Bodily would just use Light Bomb there anyway. Blue can't wait forever. They do have this Bruiser pushing, and they do call, okay, if they're not coming this way, we just back up, clear lanes. And that's all that can happen currently. Like, blue team can't dilly-dally. They have so much more work to do on map than red team does. Red is in a really good, like, it has a really good advantage right now. Actually, we see they're hunting. Don't just rush core. Don't be lame. Don't be lame and backdoor core. Oh, boo you. Watch me. I hope my mic's not peaking, by the way, if anyone's listening. If you tell me if I'm like too loud or anything, that'd be appreciated. Or if it's like crackling or anything, that'd be great. Shrine is called. Oh, I know what's gonna know. Orphea, no. She realizes too late. Yep. And I think Rez was literally calling to end off of that. Yeah. I don't know necessarily it's a good spot to end here. It's a lot of damage gone for our blue team though, and I don't think that laser drill is in a very good spot. Wind tunnel pushes most people away, and yeah, 26% on core is not much. Racken gets pushed in, does get gorged. But we do see his Thrall down. Nice stun going onto the Drinking Bird. Does go down, 60% on core, but it is going to be Jadic focusing it, and that is going to be game. First game of the series going over to the side of a license to kill. I know I called him lame. I'm gonna pretend that I didn't, but I do think it's kind of a sad way to end it. But in terms of stats, I need to change screen before I forget it exists, because I have not done this properly in a while. This. Ooh, he's still got it. Yeah, in terms of stats, great hero damage by Felstad, 74k. Ducroby just behind 72. Thrall not far behind that. 60k being the highest on the blue team was Venus at 51. In terms of Siege, hey, Eternally Blue. Oh my god, your series is done already? Was it just a 2-0? But no, welcome in, Eternally Blue. Can I shout you out? Can I remember how to do that? God, I'm feeling like a boomer right now. Hey, I remembered. It's been a while, but I remembered. But yeah, in terms of Siege, Felstad 174, Orphea just 10k behind, and Soak, the offlaners as you expect. I nearly clicked on the L-save, wrong thing. But yeah, in terms of talents, because I know some people like seeing those as well, including me, I am quite surprised it is. I was very surprised it was stuck in a loop. Picked at level 18 for Kroby. Just because we do, as I said, we do normally see Piercing Sands, but it did actually get a lot of value this time around. We did see it got the... We did see the second loop actually get a few kills, especially onto Varian, onto Hogger. And actually Hogger, it's really hard for him to escape. He can usually escape loop if it's just the first one. The second one, he can't really. Other than that... And I think it was pointed out, the Draken Laser Drill, not often picked here, just because your Commandeer Odin does give really good team fight, but it is a little bit worse in terms of actually killing front to back wise, and actually blue had a good front to back. That wasn't right. Front to back. Oh god, there's two Volskyas that I see. But unfortunately, the Falstad, Gusts, and the Anduin pulls are just a little bit too much for any kill to really find its mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over to map view, change this, and have a look at our next map, which is going to be Volskaya. Which I always find it interesting whenever I see Volskaya. I'm not a big Volskaya fan personally. It's a really open map that doesn't have a lot to do. It's kind of plays just double soak top mid for 4-man, have an offlaner push bottom. I'm going to say caster's ready. Stuck in my loop is my favorite for her. Even if you just use it to slam the core, you'll do like 40% of the core. Okay. Yeah, it does give, what, 500% cooldown reduction at level 18? Up from 300, if I recall correctly. You may know the numbers better than I am. I can't look at it right now. I can probably pull it up, but you may just know it off the top of your head. I know it is a lot quicker, though, in terms of CDR, especially when you are the level 1W as Chromie was, which is a... The cooldown goes from 12 to 8 seconds, I believe. So yeah, it does come back pretty quick. So that may be... That's actually a really good point, Rodney. Thank you. But let's get into the draft. And as a reminder, it is 700%. Oh god, it's even faster than I thought it was. I feel like 500% is a number tied to... What's the CDR rate at the level 8? What's the baseline? We'll find out hopefully in 30 seconds or so. Stitch is banned first off. Yeah. Yeah, Stitches was a problem. There's no two ways around it. That Stitches hit basically every hook. I was going to say every hook that mattered, but no, it was just every hook. Not... Okay, that is hyperbole, I will admit, but still. It was a lot. Right, let's see what's coming up next. I imagine we see Sylvanas again, yep. Unfortunately, Aura, you are known for Sylvanas. You are gonna get kicked out of that Sylvanas play. Yeah, it is 500 cool. Yeah, Sylvanas just can't happen. She is too good at the moment, and if you have someone who is good at her, you can't keep her on. Just got it out of hell. Just got out of hell. What do you mean out of hell, Cody? What hell are we talking about? 45-minute Warhead game, end me. If I had to go for a 45-minute Warhead game, I would want out of this whole game. I think that's a turn the computer off. I'm done for the day. But no, we see Anduin we also see Anduin banned just because those pulls were so good. But on the other side of things, we do see it is gonna be our Stukov banned out because that blow up was, while they did have the tools for it last game, it was still very scary. And Stukov is a very good tool behind that training wheels comp. The silence just makes it so hard to escape, especially with low blow. However, we see Anubarak and Li Ming. Anubarak was banned at map number 1 by the side of CM Daybreak, so while they had to get rid of the Stitches, that does invite the Anubarak through now. And Li Ming can get good value, especially onto this objective. Q build actually really nice here, but it's not needed. Rhaegar. Tassadar, okay. You sure? Okay, yeah, that's a good point. I think that's still too short for League, to be fair, Rodney. Oh, actually, I don't know. I haven't really played. I only ever really played ARAM in League. I think I played like a few actual like maps, games, whatever you want to call it, because it's all the same map, I suppose. But I never really got into it. Lol, quick match, no healer. Oh! Speaking of no healer, Uther Bandit. I guess they're scared of double support? What's on the other side of things? We're thinking. We're thinking, Mr. Daybreak. Malfurion? Malfurion's an interesting one, actually. I guess it gives you access to innovate and allows like kind of more divey strats because you do have that rejuvenate? The Q. Malfurion Q on someone. The leaf. The little leaf. You put a leaf on someone's head and they're fine for a little bit. Like, autumnal girl, like, energy. Why was that my sentence? Oh, I'm gonna go crazy one day, I know it. But Raynor and Sonya, actually I mentioned Sonya last map, yeah, Raynor, Sonya picked up. So really, It's a really divey front line, but the back line is so static. I don't know how I feel about that. ETC. And Blaze, yeah. That's the offlane Blaze I was expecting. So we're gonna see combustion. I don't think I've ever seen Weeders say, bunker. And oh, Anna Li Ming, ugh. Yuck, yucky, gross. You guys don't have to be that mean to CM Daybreak, Jesus. And saying that CM Daybreak does have some good way to survive it. EC hits a good mosh. It's really... No, you have Anna to interrupt. Oh, God. It's a hard one for CM Daybreak, but they do have a very good front line to protect Tassadar Vala. So that is something to keep in mind, but we'll have to see how that one goes in just a few moments. As throwing it back over to me. I say me, but I don't have a camera on. Today, I cannot be bothered. Well, no, I was doing outdoor work and I just look rough today, I feel. But that's beside the point. We are here for a little bit of Heroes of the Storm, so let's see how this map number 2 goes, shall we? So, on the side of CM Daybreak, we are going to have Venus on the Blaze. Ruffian is going to be on that Vala MVP ETC. That for some reason broke my brain. Rackham is going to be on the Rhaegar. Radicings out is Aura on the Tassadar. On the other side of things, for License to Kill, we do see is Blank on the Sonya. Bo Diddley on the Ana. And Jadic, Reyno, Drinking Bird on the Ming. And Bowser King on the Anubarak. That's his name. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely didn't forget. Don't worry about it. Let's have a quick look at talents. Looks like we are going into Calamity build for Ling Ming. Not really surprised there. Kind of wish we saw Q build. I love a good Q build though for Ling Ming, so who am I to say? Q build Tassadar does kind of surprise me. Here's your main wave clear. I was kind of expecting to see W build Tass, especially because Q means you're really immobile into things such as, or at least you're going to have to stop moving into things such as Sonya diving or Anubarak diving. It makes it really hard, and Weakness is getting bullied. I actually like the 4-man push bot and having Weakness double soak. I really like that if that's the plan. Because a lot of the time for this map, the strategy is open this. Get this gate open for third objective. Oh, Ruffian taking a lot. You gotta be careful about that. Vala did go Gambit. She is auto attack. So she does need to be careful about not going down. Or eating the orb. Ruffian just not quite able to get any damage off so far. Really having to play cautiously this time around. Big clear by Aura. And Nurek wants that orb. I don't know, I like what Blue's doing in concept. They're just really struggling into this red damage lineup. But Blue does have an actual experience advantage at this point, because they do have... The offlane is a faster clear. They may figure out very shortly that the red team has gone mid and try push a bit. I would like to see that. But no, red is pretty quick and rotate. They are back down already. And a little sleepy time for MVP. Vala gets stunned. Nice slide, but actually Bowser King pushing E right as he was about to get stunned. I have not seen actually that much overlap of heroes before in terms of not getting stunned. Like ETC and Anubarak were basically on top of one another, and there was no stun there, which is kind of crazy. Oh, Sonya's being ran down, but no kill, no kill. Aura in trouble. Does actually turn back at a good time. Sleepy time for Blaze. Tricky Bird is quite fun combo there. Blaze hits 2. Big pierce, big damage on the Bowser King. Bowser King actually eating so much, but Venus getting really aggressive, seeing if they get any return, but nothing for them. Good day. Sixes, so a little bit of experience lead in favor of License Skill, by the way. I'm going to close his talents for a little bit because I don't need them at the moment. I'll reopen them at level 7. But, yeah, Blue team just needs to make sure they keep getting experience, keep chugging along. G'day, Nor. Hope you're doing well. I always say that. Yeah, I know there's a delay. I'm used to no delay. That's the issue. Ah! I know it's needed. I know it's part of the rules. But I wish I didn't have to. I've been too blessed with like Girls Gang Squad where I don't need a delay. So I can just yap, like talk with the audience and just kind of move on even though it's live games. But no, there must be something called competitive integrity. And that is what we will keep. Alright, 7's Arthur. Okay. So do you know in League by 15 minutes that it is basically going to be lost, so you just FF at the 15-minute mark? Jesus. Oh, Ruffian taking 2/3 of your damage from one Ming combo. Venus gets knocked back, does get stunned by Bowser King. A lot of damage coming into this one small spot. Aura, Drinky Bird looking for a nice flank onto Aura and Ruffian, but they do hold on. Rackham absolutely pumping out healing with that Q build. Turret taking a few shots. Aura in trouble. Does get hit by that Li Ming combo, and that is going to be a reset. That is Venus going down as well. And Punisher is going to... Protector is going to be in favor of License to Kill. Punisher was the last map. This map's Protector. You gotta remember its way around. I also need to double check. How do we make it there? That'd be good timing. Hands coming out. Does push back Ruffian. And actually, it's not bad to give his first objective up if you are the blue team. You just need to make sure Ruffian sticks to that Protector to get as many stacks as possible. Because we're only at 30 at the 5-minute mark. I know it's been really rough on the blue team. Despite having a pretty tanky front line. Maybe it would have been nice to see Joe so Ruffian can stay up with MVP a little bit more. Big damage coming out from Mick. Ruffian getting locked. Okay, we got a dodge vote blue team. Ruffian rolls away, does get healed up. And Protector's basically down, so we're just going to go park it out back and watch it explode. Nice.
We'll make adjustments accordingly.
And now they make adjustments according. So, next objective will be the top. My seat just decided to click out of place and I just had a heart attack. We're good now. MVP taking a lot, does slide Bowser King. Bowser King, unfortunately, they will trade out technically, so it's not the end of the world for the red team. But that is going to be now relatively can be uncontested push here from blue. Sonya's pinging that they're coming in from behind. They're looking for a leap. Ruffian does not see it till too late. That's a stop. That is a combo. Not quite finding its mark, but that is going to be Ming finding the kill in the end. And Venus goes down as well. That's Reset City with that. Nano Ming is scary, man. It does find the kill, and that's going to be that for the moment. Leslie. Ding. No damage going on it. Tricky Bear was more concerned about a camp. But yeah, what was like a really good... Blue has some really good strategies, is like what it's doing. CM Daybreak has good ideas, just the execution's been really rough at the moment. It's like the best way to put things. You should argue to NG... I think I could argue down from 30 to 20. I don't think I could argue any lower. But yes, there should be enough of a delay if I'm in ANZ. Or technically I'm in the future because I'm in ANZ, so maybe technically need like a day delay. Oh, Leap finding one. Cleanse comes out a little bit late, but Aura is still going to be fine more or less. We do see the attempt to break out. ETC actually is going to be fine. Ancestral comes out with a minus 100% healing from the Ana grenade. Really unfortunate there. The Ancestral was... Like, I understand. Ancestral may have been needed. It wasn't very thankfully. And Ruffian's down. Full combo by Ming once again. Unfortunate. Like, Blue is on the cusp. On the cusp of doing something. I could sense it in my bones. They can get the kills. I've seen it. MVP can't... The hard thing for Mosh here is Ana. You have to wait until you see Sleep Dart used. And if you're Bo Diddley, you wait until you see the Mosh to sleep. But we heard the sleep. We hear the Mosh, and that is going to be a wave of force. Oh my god, there's so much stopping Mosh. It should have been a stage dive game. But that should be Jadic going down. Should. There we go. Jadex going down. And that is second kill for blue. Oh, nice slide by MVP. Drinking Bird blinks over wall. Does have... Oh, it's not Calamity. She's just Ava Walker at 1 with Q at 7. I guess Ava Walker does technically buff Q as well, so it does work. Wiener's taking damage. MVP doesn't quite find a slide. Nice stun. Bowser King does get knocked back a bit. Ruffian nearly down once again. Really got to be... They've really got to watch out for where this Lee Ming is. Drinking Bird is doing so much, and that's going to be ETC going down. Bowser King whiffs his stun, but Weenus also does his self. And now we're between a rock and a hard place. Actually, Bowser King's stun saved Weenus. It stopped Weenus from getting full comboed by Ming, because Ming was expecting the stun, the jet propulsion to put Blaze into a certain spot. She aimed for that, but Bowser King put it on a short cooldown. Well, Bowser King stunning it before it can go off, meaning that it was still available, meant that Weenus was able to get out free. Free being a loose term. Alive. Yeah, out alive. Let's put it that way. Well, no, it is a 3 level lead for the side of licensed skill, so Blue needs to actually really make sure they soak the 13s up. They don't want to necessarily do this with a talent disparity. Level disparity is fine. It is technically stats for 4% for each level, but you can be fine there. Weenus running at Mo Diddley does get the combustion off. Oh, Ruffian goes down to the leap itself because he did get hit by that full Ming combo. Sonya's getting damage, getting the kills, but it is Lee Ming getting the resets underneath it all that's really doing the work. And now we are nearly a full 4 levels ahead for the side of License to Kill. Nice stun, MVP back, sorry, full 3 levels. Yeah, that is going to be EC going down. And now we're going to hit the 4 level lead in just a few moments. There we are. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Aura, oh, Aura, goodbye. Oh, and it's Mirror Ball. You are not living all that. Oh. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. Weenus stepped out of the gate. Weenus must perish for it. Nope, Weenus is fine. Oh. Punisher got stuck. Protector got stuck. God damn it. This is... Going from Infernal to Volskaya is the worst because it's Punisher and Protector for the objectives. 2 P words. Right, bugging that one. But no, we're just seeing Ming push everyone out more and more. That nano boost does so much damage on top of what she does already. And that's going to be Rhaegar down. Ruffian takes a good bit of damage. Sleepy time Aura. Aura does not walk in the beam. Going to be a little bit smart. Stun. 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 Death. Ming combos. That's really what this game's coming down to, is Ming is just hitting such good combos. Because she does have Seeker. Yeah, Seeker, which does extra damage. It does bonus damage for when at least 3 of the 5, I guess, at this point. Magic missiles hits the same target. So that is a lot of extra damage at this point. Especially when you have... Oh. Yep. Wins got fought there, okay. But yeah. That's so much extra damage on top of Glass Cannon, on top of Nano Boost. What? So she has a 45%? A lot of extra damage. But we are going to get into a fight that's valid, deleted immediately. Nice slide by MVP. Does look at a mosh, but does get stunned before it can even matter. And that is 2 kills, 3 kills. And I unfortunately don't think Rhaegar is long for this world either. Rackham tries to pick up the turret before he goes down. My game freezes. That's unfortunate. Did my whole... No, it's just my game. Ah! Okay, we're back. I've rejoined the game. Good news, everyone. God, I'm just thinking about 45-minute Warhead game that was mentioned in chat. That is absolute suffering. That'd just be a kill me now. I mean, in-game. Yeah, in-game. But no, we're doing pretty well to clear from... I didn't even see that disappear. Yeah, Red's doing really well so far. It's a full level lead, 20 kills to 2. It really is... It sucks to say, it's not Blue's... For CM Daybreak, it's not their game to win, it's License to Kill's game to lose. It is one of those situations where in such a good lead that is always going to need to keep some form of eye back now, like there was last game. But you don't have that same opportunity as you did last game, with things such as getting the Protector after Punisher after an opportune fight. Sleep coming out. Oh my god, it's just so much damage directly into MVP. Does get to live this time, at least the first little bit. But that is going to be a double kill now. Venus does have a combustion going off in backline. Bo Diddley taking a decent amount. Dice getting a nice double stun. Aura backing up as much as they can. Ruffian getting a Q. But that is going to be a triple kill in favor of License to Kill once again. Yeah, I think that's just going to be game and series. Going over to the side of License to Kill. Holy 5 level. Oh my god, it was for a moment. Oh no. That's... Oh. Oh. Leeming did 50,000 more hero damage than the next person. That's so much. Sonya 15k soak compared to Venus's 9k. Reyna 156k siege compared to Testar's 91. Healing, actually really close. But both really low in terms of healing numbers. Ana, because she didn't really need to heal that much because people were dying for the blue team. Blue team couldn't really heal much because Nano Ming just kills people. So yeah, pretty close numbers in terms of that regard. Was about to be a again in 0.02 seconds of game in the end, yeah. In terms of talents, an older Raynor build actually. Ace of a whole queue. Haven't seen that in a little bit. I guess I have someone who just picks every like W and auto attack talent under the sun and just sends it. So that is probably a reason why I don't see it too often anymore. Seeker Ming does so much damage. There's no two ways about that. But otherwise things are relatively standard across the board. Interesting we see Sleep build. I know I've been picking Grenade build a lot recently. And full W from Anubret, because Testar kind of... Testar did a decent job, considering. Oh god. CM Daybreak was off to such a good start. I don't think I will do an interview for the moment. Yeah. Because I'm going to have a little break before we get into... Because I'm going to have another series after this. In an hour's time, I will be casting a Division B West series. So I will be back, but I will be raiding over to Calamansi shortly because she will have something in between. But it was a rough series. There's no two ways about it. Like, it was off to such a good start. Yeah, CM Daybreak went off to a really strong start in map number 1. They actually had the lead for a little bit. 4 kills to 0. Did get first Protector. I'm going to do this now. Punisher. But once the 10s came through from that map, it felt like that LtK never really had any issues post then. Stitches was hitting a lot of hooks, especially once Fishing Hook came through. Or Extended Hook, I think it's technically called now. I like calling it Fishing Hook, though. Because I think that's more fun. In terms of the map, it was something that CM Daybreak could have had a win, but unfortunately they sent everyone back when they had a Frozen Punisher near the end, and they could have probably won off of it. Or at least gotten keep off of it and opened up that win condition for themselves. And had one lane they couldn't worry about. Then in terms of this last map, I did like them trying to double soak top mid. In terms of needing to change things up. That's probably one of the better ways to change things up this time around. Just because, well, if the standard way isn't quite working out for you, try find something different. And that's what they're doing. What? Ronnie, I don't even know. I don't even know what you mean by that, Ronnie. I'll be honest to you. Okay, Drinko, don't just up that like I know what it's gonna mean. Am I gonna get explained, or do I just have to just accept that it's something I'm never gonna know? I think I'm just going to accept something I'm never gonna know. But right, I'm going to open up Twitch and find a little person to raid. But yeah, it is a very strong at least for the last map was a very dominant showing from LtK. I don't think I've seen that much a level difference in a while, but I think Blue still tried their best. Daybreak did have such a good opening to map number 1 where there's nothing like... You can't complain if you're a Blue team. You had a really good start, but that last map definitely was something you could probably complain about. Old hook talent to be able to hook... There was a talent to hook 2 people? What the fuck? I didn't know that! Oh, I missed out on the good days. This is really what it boils down to, but right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rate following, same category, Calamancy. Start rate. So it's going to be me, everyone. I'm going to rate over Calamancy, and I'll be back in an hour, I think. Now that I think about it, Eternally Blue, so I've back in an hour as well. I think we're both doing B West if I recall correctly, but I can never recall correctly, so that's going to be it for me for the moment. I've been your host, V-Line Bus, and I wish you all a very good Easter weekend, because I know that I don't know how the holidays works for America, but I know that's coming up as well. So I'll catch you all another time. Goodbye, at least. Well, for now.